Hey, what's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and we are going through the best DFS picks in the MLB. So we're going to be talking about the best MLB player props in a data-driven way. So again, PrizePicks is literally the most fascinating company to ever exist because essentially the way this platform works is any two picks you select, you're just getting plus 200 odds. 20 to win 60, but this is a little misleading because it's not $60 a profit. It's 20 to win $40 a profit plus your $20 stake back. So that's just plus 200 odds, right? $20 to win 40 in profit. And it doesn't matter what two picks you select, overs or unders, for any two picks, you are going to be getting plus 200 odds on PrizePicks. Whereas if we look at a sports book, for example, that's not the case, you know? Like, for example, if we take Brandon Drury over 1.5 bases in a two-player prop pick, you know, parlay on DraftKings, we're getting plus 273, right? If we take the under, we're only getting plus 155. So sportsbooks vary payouts depending on if they think an outcome is more likely to win or less likely to win, right? So you can use the OddsJam Positive Expected Value tool to not only find profitable MLB player prop bets, but also great DFS picks. So for example, you know, we can briefly run through the math again as well. Because any two-leg entry on PrizePicks is just plus 200 odds, it's essentially like any two player props you add to your DraftKings parlay, it's coming out to plus 200 odds. Doesn't matter if you take the overs or the unders. Because of that, essentially, we've gone through the math in other videos, so I won't dwell on it, but you have to be winning all of your prop bets on PrizePicks 57.74% of the time to break even. Right? So if you're winning your player props on PrizePicks 60% of the time, you're going to be very profitable. If you're winning them 55% of the time, you're going to lose money, right? So what you can do is you can use the OddsJam software to find inefficiencies on PrizePicks, such as this one, which is an incredible pick, Trevor Larnach, over 1.5, over half of a player base. So this guy gets a single, a double, a home run, who cares? If he has 1+ base, we're cashing this. So Trevor Larnach over 1.5 bases on PrizePicks. So you can see this on the OddsJam Positive EV tool. There's a bunch of, you know, sports bets, but if we scroll down, we can see right here, 2.78% profit margin, Trevor Larnach over half of a base. So just one base, minus 137 on PrizePicks. That's the implied price we're getting, or the break even, you know, probability, based on the break-even probability. Every probability has an associated odd, right? So essentially what we can do is we can kind of click in, you know, to this market and take a look at all of the sports books and what they're setting their odds at. And you can see, you know, this is a massive line inefficiency on PrizePicks. Two of the sharpest sports books out there, Bet Online and Pinnacle, are both pricing him to have over half of a total base, to have 1+ base at minus 170. Right? So it is very heavily juiced towards the over, which means the two sharpest sports books, most efficient betting markets, taking millions of dollars of MLB bets today, they think this bet is much more likely to hit than 50%, which is what we need on PrizePicks to be a profitable DFS player. Right? These sports books are exactly in line. Two of the sharpest sports books. This is a true inefficiency on PrizePicks. That's exactly what we want as a DFS player. So what we can do is take the market from Pinnacle, which is the sharpest sportsbook in the world, and put it into a zero vig odds calculator, right? So they're pricing the over all the way up at minus 173. So you have to bet $173 to win $100 in profit. For the under, it's plus 131. So if you bet $173 at, you know, plus 131 odds, you would be getting over $200 in profit if the under hits. Whereas for the over, you're only getting $100 back in profit, right? So these sports books, they think the over is much more likely to hit. So we can take their market, right? Their market for the over and the under, and remove the vig, remove the spread, remove the juice, whatever you want to call it, to figure out what's the win probability for this pick. So it was minus 173, plus 131. Pinnacle had the over at minus 173, the under at plus 131. So the fair win probability for this bet is going to be 59.41%, which beats the break-even win probability we need on PrizePicks, right? So this is definitely a player prop you want to go with for tonight on PrizePicks. And again, just using the OddsJam Positive EV tool, you just hit this refresh button to see the latest profitable DFS picks on the Positive EV betting tool, right? There's a little quick start wizard if you want to learn more as well. But essentially, what we see is, top row, 2.78% profit margin in this PrizePicks, player prop, MLB player prop. So 2.78% profit margin, top row. So we scroll along, Twins, Guardians, player bases, Trevor Larnach, over half of a base, minus 137. So you want to be on the picks with a circle around them, right? In bold, Trevor Larnach, over half of a base. This is an incredible value player prop on PrizePicks. So we'll go ahead, we'll lock it in. And then I also, for the same reason, I wanted Marco Gonzalez over 3.5 strikeouts. And then I want Larnach over half of a base. 2 picks, 2 overs, MLB player props for tonight. I'll stake 250 on it. So 2 overs, MLB batter prop, MLB pitching strikeout prop, 2 picks, both positive EV, DFS for tonight. Let's make some money off PrizePicks.